Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Priya Cherian Huskins. She is the Senior Vice President, Management Liability at Woodruff Sawyer. Priya, it's wonderful to see you. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
So, Priya, we're here today at the IPO Summit 2024. Now, tell me about Woodruff Sawyer and your role.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Woodruff Sawyer is a full-service commercial insurance brokerage. We broker all lines of commercial insurance, including employee benefits. We're a market leader when it comes to D&O insurance for IPO companies and public companies, and I am an expert in D&O insurance. I end up showing up at two phases. The first is helping clients understand their risk and making sure that that risk is getting drafted into the policies they're buying. In the best case, I never show up the second time. The second time is if there's a claim. I chair Woodruff Sawyer's D&O claims group.
So, Priya, what is the best advice you would give a company as they prepare to IPO?
I love that question. And my best advice for a company preparing to IPO is to remember that the IPO is the wedding day celebration, but the win is the long-term marriage. So when you prepare, think about the long term. Think about what are you putting in place as you scale up that you can continue to sustain over time. Because I'll have to tell you, once you're in the public eye, the public deserves your best efforts, and you really don't want to be fixing the plane mid-flight.
And what would you say is the biggest pitfall to avoid as you prepare to IPO?
You know, I think the biggest pitfall to avoid is a level of arrogance around what it takes to be a public company. Occasionally, you'll run into a founder or a management team that doesn't realize you need the underpinning. You need your counselors, you need your advisors, you need some level of infrastructure that can feel like a lot of bureaucracy, but the fact of the matter is it's having that structure in place and having an efficient running machine that lets companies who are accessing the capital market continue their growth trajectory.
All right, so a company goes public. Tell me, what should they be focused on the most now that they're publicly traded?
So now that you're a public company, it's very much making sure that we are meeting our promises. I have to tell you, if a company comes out of the IPO gate and immediately misses earnings, misses projections, misses the product milestones, it's so hard to get back your credibility with the street. So a company that's going public, you need to know that you can make your promises for the next several quarters.
And finally, tell me, what are your predictions for the IPO market in 2024?
So IPO market for 2024, frankly, all signs look towards a market that is ready for business. And what a change from last year, which was characterized by stutters, stops, and starts. One thing that I'm seeing at Woodruff Sawyer is an enormous number of clients now ready to lean in and say, you know what, we're ready. We've taken last year to get ready. We're now prepared, and they're gearing up. So I have a lot of optimism for 24.
All right. Well, Priya, it's wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
My pleasure. Thank you.